Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
The Housing Authority offers products that people can choose from, products that people can access, and I think anyone looking to build, just call the Housing Authority of Grenada. The service was superb. Every step of the way, they collaborated with the owner, they collaborated with the builder. The builder himself was really good. For what I've seen them do, I have to say that from buildings they have done in the past to where they are now, they have come up to speed with modern trends, modern designs, and I think I will advise anybody to choose the Housing Authority of Grenada.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's a Rika almond beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call Superb Distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
What does it take?
All right, and so we'd like to officially welcome everyone to another Mikey Live program. I'm your host, Mikey Hutchinson. It is Friday, and this is what we call News Discussed, Not Told. We do not have a horse in the race, so we just tell you as it is. You know what I mean? And who ain't like it, will probably have to bite it. You know what I mean? It all happens right here. Well, usually on Fridays, we take a little 10-15 minutes because we know how your Fridays are set. And we don't want to go against the grain, you know what I mean? So let's talk about what anybody's willing to bet. Again, we are going to have a short program tonight as usual on Fridays. Who's willing to bet? We're betting at $50 tonight. All right, whoever is willing, just put up your hand. Here's what we are going to be talking about. Ministry of Finance officials complete training in performance, as well as a rainy day today in the Spice Isle, boy. Work continues on the Carriacou water system, and the RGPF receives donation. And the Premier League, boy, the GFA Premier League is set to resume tomorrow with all teams in action at the respective home venues. So folks, we have all of that and more to tell you about when we return from the break. Remember that the news headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value, IGA Supermarket, and Superb Distributors. We take that break and come back. When we come back, is real news in Olili Lolo. So stay right there.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
It's finally here. The long-awaited historical drama, Julian Fedon, is finally here. One man with a sense of destiny. 14,000 slaves with a dream and a promise.
Tonight we stand our ground. Tonight we stand on the side of history.
Julian Fedon, presented by Heritage Theatre Company in conjunction with the Grenada Broadcasting Network, the Grenada Cooperative Bank, the Grenada National Lotteries Authority. Opening Saturday, 12 February, 7 p.m. at the Trade Center and continuing. Experience the conflict.
Close down their churches, every one of them.
Feel the passion. The epic drama of a people caught up in a desperate struggle for freedom.
Seems to me like you are trying to get yourself killed.
Julian Fedon, bring out the entire family and enjoy an experience in Grenadian theatre.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
All right, so welcome again. And yeah, we heard from Nawasa there. So only the first thing, oh boy, it was a rainy day today. Well, we told you last night that it was going to rain, and of course told you to expect flooding in areas that are so prone, and that doesn't stop there. We can expect some more rain even tonight, and we're going to tell you more about that later on when we transition over into the actual weather. But from the Met Office via Spice weather, you can see that there were some areas in Grenada that received a significant amount of rainfall for the day today, particularly Mamacan's 36.6 millimeters of rain for the day. That's on the eastern side. And then we had more the central areas experiencing a lot of rain too. That is the Granitang area, 25.6 millimeters of rain, and then Cloge 23.2 millimeters of rain, and then Concord as well had a lot of rain. Well, it's close to Granitang, so you'd expect that too. 24.2 millimeters of rain, and you see that it fluctuated depending on where you're living. It seemed also that the elevated areas experienced more rain than others. In Carriacou, there wasn't much there, but of course still a little rain is better than no rain at all. All right, so that was for today, but we are going to get more into the specifics later on tonight in terms of what we can expect for tonight and the remaining of the weekend. Now, more than 20 heads of the various divisions in the Ministry of Finance have completed a one-day intensive training on performance management, according to the Government Information Service. It is part of a series of training workshops facilitated by the Public Service Commission, the PSC, in collaboration with the Department of Public Administration, that's the DPA, to bring managers in the public service up to speed with results-based management. Now, the one-day workshop sought to enhance the knowledge and skills of participants to effectively utilize the newly developed PSC Performance Expectation Form A and Performance Review Form B, and that was deployed by the PSC, and that is to manage performance and enhance the productivity of the public service. Now, the performance management approach aims to systematically monitor, maintain, and improve employee performance in line with the government's strategic priorities, allowing public officers to continue to establish linkages between an intervention, intervention and desired impacts, focusing on key results and key performances. Now, this paradigm shift in the management focus from activities to result-based is expected to have a lasting impact, let's say, on performance within the service in the medium to short term. The comprehensive training workshops, they say, which began on February 16, will end on March 3rd. Now, the next thing that we have to tell you about, boy, as we spoke of Carriacou earlier, I think even it was earlier in this month, I think it was, we were telling you about NAWASA undergoing or doing a lot of work in Carriacou to upgrade the water system there. Well, for those of you who've been to Carriacou, you know what it's like. So they say that work now, as an update, is progressing as scheduled on the water supply expansion project. Now, about 1,300 feet of pipeline is already installed. That's accounting for approximately 10% of the installation. So imagine that, 1,300 feet, right, of pipe, and that's just about 10% of the total installation. Now, under the project, 14,000 feet of pipeline is being laid from the 100,000 gallon water storage tank, and that's at 6 roads through to Hermitage. Now, the project is being executed at a cost of approximately 700,000 EC dollars. Not bad at all. I'm really happy for the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. The Royal Grenada Police Force recently received a generous donation of 60 pairs of handcuffs, 4 external hard drives, and 10 desktop computers. The items were donated by the Consulate of Grenada in Dubai, the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, with assistance from its citizens. Now, Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin and members of the Royal Grenada Police Force extended special thanks to the Consulate of Grenada in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and their citizens for this timely donation. Nice! Nice! Audio. We are moving on. Football, boy. How are we looking for time there? I tell her we ain't staying too long. It's Friday. I'm going to do a little barbecue and thing there too for myself too, and drink a little wine and chill out. It was a very long week, and the whole issue about Russia and Ukraine is just taking a toll. People, there are a lot of people who have died. Citizens, civilians have died as well in Ukraine. You understand? Russia is trying to overthrow the government, they say there. Russia says that it's willing to have diplomatic talks after invading and thinking. China have pledged its support to Russia. Listen, that's like, somebody wake me up. What's really going on in this place, man? And the international community, they are basically toughening sanctions against Russia, you know, because they do not want to enter into war. But it's just, anyway, lately that talk. They don't want to go into war, you know, so they are trying different ways of pressuring Russia to stop, but that doesn't seem to be working. Well, at least not yet. I do not know if after the dust has settled, then more and more and tougher sanctions will be imposed on Russia, you know, even after everything has ended. How long it's going to be before it ends, I don't know. You have the UN speaking, NATO speaking, US speaking, Carriacou speaking, everybody all tack. You know, it's like somebody fighting when you beating them and they're telling them, behave yourself. Remember those days when you see people, you know, when you have somebody beating you, the bully beating up the other person. The bully, you know, beating him, and you just put your hand in and then, you're crying, behave, blood coming down here, behave, bye. And you know, defend yourself like pelter blow. You understand? Pelter blow, because while you cry, behave yourself, bye, and ding, you may not have a chance to turn the other cheek. There's just a time that will come when behave yourself now, bye, it's not gonna work. There's going to be a time when you need to push somebody off to protect you just for your own good. There's no need for diplomacy here. You can't say, well, I don't want to push them too hard because they go fall because, you know, a man beating you to the ground and you don't want to push them too hard because you're afraid to throw them down. What the hell? That's what. Anyway, it just baffles me how we've got different strokes for different folks where these matters are concerned. You understand? You tell me they're not our business because it's our business because it affects the world, actually. You understand? But anyway, there is a time, well, maybe for them that time hasn't reached, when you have to stop blocking your head and try and behave and just make a blind blow. Anybody agree? Say agree. Just make a while. You understand? You might miss a couple, but you might strike. And that one strike might be enough. You understand? Maybe leave that talk. You understand? Leave that talk. But it hurts to see what's happening. Yeah? It hurts to see what is taking. I mean, many of you might have seen the pictures and so on around. You know? You might have seen pictures or seen the videos. You understand? Yeah, somebody say me, I letting them have it. Somebody say if you agree, say I agree. You know what I mean? Yeah, you have to. At some point in time, just blow, make a blow. So anyway, lately that talk, what else we had to tell the boy? Olio, GFA boy. After Grenada struggled with the spikes in COVID-19, which forced a halt in the GFA Premier League, competition resumes this weekend, with things returning to some form of normalcy. There are 6 more rounds for the competition, or the completion of the competition, with Paradise FC International and Hurricane at the top of the charts on same points. However, Paradise has a better goal difference. Now, with the resumption tomorrow, Chantimel stays at home to entertain FC Camahan 5 p.m. at the Found Recreation Ground, followed by Hard Rock and Hurricanes. Queen's Park Rangers will play Eagles Super Strikers at the Kirani James Athletic and Football Stadium, 7:15 p.m. Paradise FC International travels to Guelph to play St. John's Sports at the Cuthbert Peters Park, 7:15 p.m. And Saab Spartans take on Montridge Sports Club at the Victoria Park in Grenville, 7:15 p.m. Now, and then there are going to be more games and so on to be played, you know, so that's interesting. Things are organizing. Now, speaking of things going back to normal, already we are hearing of a lot of event promoters and so on. They are putting their calendars together and already putting out teasers for their respective annual events that they used to do. Well, you'll find that some of them are actually coming back, given now that the announcement was made that we will have some sort of Spice Mass, some sort of carnival. The thing, though, is that I don't think there's been any word on the kind of events that are going to be held. I know that the model that exists in some countries is that they're only having official carnival events and not fetes. But I'm not sure what direction we will take here in Grenada. I know that the committee, they are saying that they are working on a blueprint for the celebration of Spice Mass 2022. They're also saying that they're using Carnival in Carriacou as a model to see how things can be executed and, you know, see what has to be done with regards to celebration of Carnival here in August. I think it's the 8th and the 9th of August. So let's see how that one will play out. You understand? Family members, I told you it's not going to stay too long. Whoever betted, you know, you lose your money, because here I am and I'm saying to you, I'm going to take a break, and when I come back, we'll have for you the national report and the weather, which, by the way, some of you might be very interested in. Before we do that, though, we have the update for you from the Ministry of Health, RIA, or COVID-19 stats. We hear now that we have had 35 new cases of COVID-19 recorded yesterday. Now, out of that amount, there are 4 persons who are currently hospitalized, we hear, and 1 moderately ill, 2 severely ill, and 1 critically ill. The amount of tests that were done were 325, so that's a 10.8% positivity rate if we got 35 positive from that 325 tests that were done. Recoveries, we've got 11. And so that takes our total active cases to 229. It has gone up a little, but it's not looking too bad. So just to keep you up to speed, total tests that were done, 136,086. Total confirmed cases since our first, 13,661. In terms of recoveries, total recoveries, 13,218. And we just told you 229 active cases. In terms of cumulative deaths, we've got 214. And total vaccine doses administered, 85,932. In terms of fully vaccinated persons, we are just around the 33.2% mark. All right, so that accounts for 37,476 individuals are fully vaccinated in Grenada, and in terms of partially vaccinated, 5,506. In terms of booster doses, 5,474. We're taking that break and we'll be back shortly.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
The Housing Authority offers products that people can choose from, products that people can access, and I think anyone looking to build, just call the Housing Authority of Grenada. The service was superb. Every step of the way, they collaborated with the owner, they collaborated with the builder. The builder himself was really good. For what I've seen them do, I have to say that from buildings they have done in the past to where they are now, they have come up to speed with modern trends, modern designs, and I think I will advise anybody to choose the Housing Authority of Grenada.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Hassle-free loans for your every need. Cards have you covered, best believe. Courts Ready Cash is for everyone. Not to worry, fast approval. Hurry up and come. We got it all, we on the go. Courts Ready Cash, you already know. We got it all, we on the go. Courts Ready Cash, always ready when you're ready, let's go.
Courts Ready Cash, ready when you are.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's Rika Almond Beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call superb distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
It's finally here. The long-awaited historical drama, Julian Fedon, is finally here. One man with a sense of destiny. 14,000 slaves with a dream and a promise.
Tonight we stand our ground. Tonight we stand on the side of history.
Julian Fedon, presented by Heritage Theatre Company in conjunction with the Grenada Broadcasting Network, the Grenada Cooperative Bank, the Grenada National Lotteries Authority, opening Saturday, 12 February, 7 p.m. at the Trade Center and continuing. Experience the conflict.
Close down their churches, every one of them.
Feel the passion. The epic drama of a people caught up in a desperate struggle for freedom.
Seems to me like you are trying to get yourself killed.
Julian Fedon, bring out the entire family and enjoy an experience in Grenadian theatre.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo Supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip-the-line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you will be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
International Monetary Fund says Grenada is on the road to economic recovery. Details of this story and more in the National Report. Welcome back. With the details to the news for Friday, February 25th, 2022, I am Sherry and Noel. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, says Grenada's economy is on the road to recovery, having been hard hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. A 5-member IMF team has been in Grenada this week, engaging in a series of meetings as part of the 2022 Article 4 Million. Presenting the IMF's concluding statement on Friday, IMF Mission Chief for Grenada, Ms. Hudan Lin, says real GDP is estimated to have expanded by 5.6% in 2021. The projected expansion for 2022 is 4.3%. She added that while stay-over tourist arrivals picked up strongly in the last months of 2021, they remained at only 25% of the pre-crisis levels for the year. However, there was a quicker rebound in the construction and agriculture sectors. Continued fiscal support, she added, will assist in strengthening recovery.
Continuing to provide fiscal support this year will help strengthen the recovery and at the same time lessen the burden of the pandemic on vulnerable households. The authorities have rightly triggered the escape clause for the fiscal rule for the third year. This is needed. This allows the budget to provide essential support to economic activity. Targeted social spending will support the vulnerable and address potential scarring. Measures to provide fiscal relief have helped mitigate the impact on households of rising living costs.
Finance Minister Honorable Gregory Boeing says the last 2 months have shown evidence of economic recovery. The hope is that this recovery is sustained.
It has been a really good period compared, because remember, we're not back to 2019, but with 2020-21, December has been a good month. So too has January, because we were seeing some of the tax revenues collected even in January, a hard month, again, being better than what it has been, not as January, but 20 and 21.
Moving along, Grenada's Prime Minister, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, will lead a delegation to San Pedro, Belize for the 23rd Intersessional Summit of CARICOM Heads of Government. The summit, which will be held on March 1st and 2nd, is the first face-to-face session since the COVID-19 pandemic hit the region 2 years ago. Topping the list are matters related to the region's response to COVID-19, security, and CSME. Agriculture and food production are also items on the agenda. During the pandemic, countries experienced instances of shortages with food, transportation being a major problem. Secretary General of CARICOM, Dr. Carla Barnett, says heads will discuss solutions to these matters.
The transportation of people and transportation of products becomes really important. That's high on the agenda at this time. I know that we've talked about it several times in the past. I think, again, because of the impact of COVID and the disruptions that occurred, transportation of food in particular is really on the agenda, but not only food and people. So if there's a glut in St. Vincent, there really ought to be no reason for that extra not to go to St. Lucia or Barbados or some other place. And the ministers of agriculture have been, and the officials have been talking about all of the things that need to be sorted through, phytosanitary stuff, for example, to ensure that we manage the movement in such a way that nobody's agriculture sector is compromised. But at the same time, the food has to move. And so that's high on the agenda.
Dr. Barnett says the experiences of the past 2 years have made the achievement of a single market and economy even more critical, as it proves that the region is indeed stronger together.
What the COVID pandemic has emphasized for us is the real importance of being able to support one another, combine our efforts in economic development, invest in each other's countries, making sure that where there are opportunities, those opportunities are shared. Where there are risks, we address them together, because at the end of the day, within the CSME, that's really about our future. And we learned it as we battled to get access to vaccines, for example. We learned it as we had to treat with the food security issue, that at the end of the day, we have to take care of ourselves. And one of the key parts of taking care of ourselves is ensuring that we develop the CSME as best we can.
Moving along, a bridge which links the Munich and Bachelet communities was officially handed over on Thursday, following construction that cost just over $800,000. Details in this story by Colleen Peters.
The Grand Bachelet Bridge is the second of 4 to be constructed under the $46.8 million government-funded feeder roads project that also includes construction of 11 roads. It was built by Hanover Construction Company. During an opening ceremony on Thursday, Parliamentary Representative for St. Andrew South East, Honorable Emmeline Pear, said this must be celebrated. She spoke to the significance of the projects for economic development.
Sometimes when you hear people make very loose political statements like,
too much concrete, or you hear things like people cannot eat concrete, well, it's because they don't understand the needs and the plight of ordinary people. So the person who has a shop right on the edge here or in Munich there would tell you that this facilitates economic activities. So think about the sales van from St. George's, dropping off goods in Grand Bacolet and then having to go to Munich. They would have to go all the way around to Mont Camille. This bridge becomes extremely important to them. But let us think about a farmer doing farming right on the edge there in Grand Bacolet, and let us look at development. We're not just looking at today and tomorrow. And that farmer has a truckload of produce to get through to Munich. You mean they're going to go all the way around to Mont Camille to get there? This bridge is extremely important.
MP for St. Andrew Southwest, Honorable Yolande Bean Hosford, credited the Government of Grenada for this important infrastructure development project that will now create proper access between the two communities.
I particularly want to thank Handover Construction Company for the quality of work that they have done here. And I also want to recognize Mr. Celestine, one of your main players here, and his team, the young men from Munich, and also Mama Can and the surrounding areas that worked on the project. Excellent work. I came up here and, just passed through a couple times to see the, just to monitor and see what was going on with the work. And I was so impressed with the work that was taking place. And I looked at the network of steel rods that they put together. I said to myself, well, this bridge is here forever.
Operations and Construction Director at Hanover Construction Company, Richard Maharaj, says the bridge can now accommodate dual carriageway, which was not possible on the previous structure.
This new structure that has been constructed and in place has now bridged the gap between Grand Bacolet and the environs of Munich, so that trucks and heavy vehicles that need to pass could, because that was impossible before. So that will allow development to take place in all these areas where you need goods, where you need materials, and where you need services for heavy vehicles to traverse, and that will happen without problems and with ease, as we just saw.
Residents of Munich, Graflin Charles, says the investment by the government to create proper access between the communities is commendable.
The same material you build wall with is that you build bridge. But if you build only wall, how would you cross? So this bridge is of high significance. It's a very good gesture. Some people thought, well, you shouldn't break the whole bridge. But if you're doing something good, do it good. Go with the old one, build a brand new one. And I looked at the construction. To be fair with you, I think you have over 100 years bridge there. That's my thought.
Construction of the bridge began in June 2021 and was completed in January 2022. For the National Report, I am Carleen Peters.
Thank you, Carleen. This is the National Report. More news after the break. Welcome back. A meeting with farmers in Ruque and St. David has begun the process to improve bilateral relations between the governments of Grenada and Cuba. Minister for Agriculture Honorable Peter David and Cuban Ambassador to Grenada Luis Ernesto Marjan Rodriguez and extension officers attached to the Southern Agricultural District dialogued with farmers there. That visit was a continuation of the Agriculture Minister's scheduled meet and greet with farmers across the country.
Cuba and Grenada share a very special relationship, and we are trying to enhance that relationship in the area of agriculture. In fact, we are in the process of discussing a memorandum of understanding between Grenada and Cuba. I have a planned visit coming up to Cuba sometime in the next couple of months, so it is something we're trying to develop. So we thought this morning we'll bring the Cuban ambassador so he can see for himself, and I'm very happy that he came out. We are really, really happy that he's here this morning so that he can see for himself while we are seeking to establish that relationship in agriculture.
Ambassador Rodriguez explains that his visit to the farm is important for understanding how Grenada and Cuba can collaborate in agriculture.
First of all, I would like to thank the opportunity to be here with the minister, but also with the farmers and the person who works in the land every day. It's very important for me to listen to their experiences in order to see what we can do together. I'm talking about both countries. I think we have our own experiences and we exchange what you are doing here. It's also important for us to see and identify the areas and the opportunities of collaboration together. It's a great experience for me to be here and to have the opportunity to see by yourself all those things that they do every day.
The area serves approximately 35 farmers whose main concerns surround inaccessible roads and proper irrigation.
What I liked about them, they are quite content with how things are going. They're trying with the water, but we have to help them with water. Irrigation is a big problem here, but they're solving it, and that really pleased us that they're finding ways themselves of solving the irrigation problem using gravity. They're also, another problem is the road. And you know, that is a problem that we confront everywhere we go. And as I said before, we are trying in the Ministry of Agriculture to resuscitate the program where we can assist with the clearing of the road. Fortunately for us, we're close to there, and we're going to be working on getting the road in the area sorted out. If they have the road, the farmers indicate they hardly have any other problem after that.
Two farmers, Damian Williams and Jonas Williams, shared their sentiments about the minister's visit to the area.
Everyone will get to see well how we doing and who is working and who, and we get to understand, share different vibes, know what we need, and so it's a good vibe to understand that the minister come and see the struggles and and to provide certain needs that we need.
It's motivate me, it's encourage me, because we know the government there, and that's very important, to go there and do more because we know we have the support, and that's the key.
And finally in the news, Paradise Beach in Leste, Carriacou has been voted #1 in the USA Today Top 10 Readers Competition for Best Beaches in the Caribbean. Eagle Beach, Aruba placed 2nd and Grandans Beach on mainland Grenada placed 3rd. The miles of white sand and clear turquoise water at Paradise Beach is one of Carriacou's most popular beaches, a favorite for locals and visitors alike. It's the first time a beach on the sister isle has received such accolades, and residents in the area are excited about the benefits that will be derived from this international recognition. Owner and manager of the Mermaid Hotel in Carriacou, Leo Joseph, is a proud native of the island who believes this is the first of many more recognitions to come.
I know we have much more, and Carriacou has so much more to offer. And I'm hoping that this is not the last that we can showcase and grow from. So again, Carriacouans, it's our place and it's our opportunity to be proud, and we could be prouder yet as long as we stay together and do what is necessary to make Paradise Beach and the rest of Carriacou the best it could be.
Officials from the Grenada Tourism Authority traveled to Carriacou to stage a celebration ceremony at Paradise Beach. USA Today is a multi-platform news and media company with a combined 7 million readers daily. CEO of the GTA, Petra Roach, says there is much to celebrate.
If we also
look at the other competitions, we actually also had Granance Beach coming in third place for the top beaches. And we also can celebrate today that within the best Caribbean attraction, Belmont Estate came third. Within the best Caribbean beach bar, Esther's Bar on Granance Beach came fourth. Within the best Caribbean resort, True Blue Bay Boutique came number 8. And then within the best Caribbean rum distillery, Clark's Court Rum came number 5. So it's not just celebration here in Carriacou, but throughout Grenada.
That story just brought to an end the national report for Friday, February 25th, 2022. Now for a recap of the top story. International Monetary Fund says Grenada is on the road to economic recovery. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Sharia Noel, thanking you for viewing.
Alrighty, thank you very much, Sherian, and the rest of the GIS News team. And of course, we have come to the end of the program for tonight. We tell you, whoa, I think I'm losing money tonight, boy. What? I think I know we're gone, but anyway, let's take a look at the weather for tonight as promised. The weather is expected to be cloudy to overcast with some brief to scattered light to moderate showers, which may become heavy at times. Tonight's minimum temperature, check it out, 22.5 degrees Celsius by Grenadian standard. That's very cold. A small scale slide and minor flooding is possible in vulnerable areas, and that's a warning. Again, warning. Small scale slides and minor flooding is possible in vulnerable areas. Winds east northeasterly to easterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times. Seas moderate to slightly rough. Waves of 5 to 7 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. A small craft advisory is in effect. Let's take a look at the weather for Saturday. The weather is expected to be cloudy to overcast with some brief to scattered light to moderate showers, which may become heavy at times, and the possible isolated thunder improving during the evening. Tomorrow's maximum temperature 28.5 degrees Celsius and minimum 23 degrees Celsius. Winds east northeasterly to east southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times. Seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 8 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. A small scale slide, in terms of the warning for tomorrow again, small scale slides and minor flooding is possible in vulnerable areas during the morning, and a marine advisory is in effect. The sun is expected to rise at 6:26 a.m. and set at 6:17 p.m. Looking at the weather for Sunday, we see that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with some brief to widely scattered showers, mainly during the morning and nighttime. The maximum temperature 29.5 degrees Celsius and the minimum 23.5 degrees Celsius. Winds on Sunday east northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 8 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells, and a marine advisory is in effect. So that's your weather report for tonight, tomorrow, and on Sunday. And we'd like to say hello to the folks who are currently tuned in on YouTube. I see that my mom is there, and Glenora is there, and everyone else. It's Clovey and everyone else currently locked in on YouTube. We say hello to you. And if we are to say hello to the folks who are currently on Facebook, we see that we have Kireen, Shireen, we have Rolanda, Praise and Worship, Ansha, Sylvia, Pearl and Joyous, and Claire, and Della, and all the other people, Rolanda and Celine and Teresa. Teresa, how are you doing? How's the family, Teresa? I hope that they're okay. All right. Eunice and Dillian, how are you, Dillian? Dillian is an avid follower. Yeah, Dillian, your ratings are high here, I see. So blessings to you as well. Ronnie, Hazel, and My son is very active tonight. Kathy, Ansha. Hello. So take care, guys, and we're gonna touch base again tomorrow, God's willing. All right, let's go. In 5, 4, not tomorrow, Monday. God's willing. 3, 2, 1. We all say, Ja. No. Take care. Good night.